Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you were here. You got today's video is recommended by Kill or Be Killed Official, and he pretty much wants to know he wants to get an understanding of free will, okay, our free will versus, the divine path, our fate, our destiny, and our purpose. And so I have the cards pre-shuffled here, but I'm just going to talk for a little bit. All right. So what I believe is that we all as humans have free will, right? But what I believe is that, when we're in spirit world, when we're in heaven, when we're whatever in spirit, we have kind of like a task list of things that we want to achieve or want to do here in the physical world, a lot of the lessons that we want to learn and a lot of the people that we want to meet. And so we have kind of like this task list. And so my soul was kind of like, listen, maybe I want to be able to teach people. I want to be able to guide people here in the physical world. I want to learn more about spirituality, learn more about, occult knowledge and stuff that I'm interested in, right? And so since I was a kid, I was always interested in things that were very mysterious, right? Things that were kind of a little bit unexplainable, like ghosts and, mediumship and all of that sort of stuff. I've always had that in me, right? But so many things in my life I found later in my life. So maybe one of those things that I wanted to do was, I don't know, reach some sort of physical milestone with my, with my body, with my strength, with whatever. And so, I found the gym, and it was one of my passions. It's something I'm, really like. Okay, I also really like meeting people, and so there's a lot of little mini things that you're just interested in that lead up to bigger things that maybe is one of your goals or something that you wanted to complete or something that you wanted to do here in the physical world. And there's also people that are aligned with those paths as well. And so what I believe is that you have this task list of things, and then when you're born or whatever, you kind of like don't really know what's on the task list, but your intuition is kind of like showing you. So your intuition is kind of like, oh, maybe I should do this, or like it feels good to like talk to this person. Like if I feel like myself when I talk to this person, or I feel good when I talk to this person. Maybe I don't feel so good when I talk to so and so, and maybe that person is not for me. That person is not on my task list, right? And so there is nothing stopping me from only talking to people who I don't feel good around. There is nothing from stopping me from selling everything that I own and moving to, Finland or South America or anywhere in Africa or anywhere in the world. There's nothing stopping me from doing that except maybe my intuition, right? My intuition is like, I don't know if you're going to like that too much. And so there's nothing stopping me from living a life that I'm not really happy in. And I feel like lots of us get stuck living those lives because we don't trust our intuition, we don't trust ourselves. And so we all have the free will to do whatever it is that we want to do. And I believe that there is many different things that we can do to achieve the same thing. Like I believe that we have multiple, soulmates. We have multiple people that we can find love, like true love with, and true, divine counterparts, right? I believe that there's many people that we can have those connections with, right? And when they talk about the one and stuff like that, I feel like maybe there can be more than one person, but we all have free will to do whatever it is that we want to do. That's why people can do bad things, right? People can steal, people can murder, people can, do all sorts of bad things. And probably when they're doing it, their intuition is like, hey, bro, or whoever you are, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. But we have the choice to ignore that. We have the choice to just be like, you know what, shut up. I'm going to do what I want. And the thing is, you probably don't even want to do it. You're just doing it for whatever reason, right? Out of fear or something else, trauma. There's a whole bundle of reasons. But it's never too late to find yourself. It's never too late to listen to your intuition. It's never too late to get in contact with your higher self. And so what I believe, again, is that we have this huge soul, and only a fraction of our soul comes down and ignites and is the driver for this physical vessel, right? My body. And so there's just a little bit of my soul inside me right now, okay? And most of my soul is up there, just like most of your souls, I believe, are up there as well, right? And so your big soul, which is, I believe, called the higher self, is guiding you, is giving you some advice, is giving you wisdom. And so you're always, attached to that thing, right? Yourself. And you can always ask it for advice. You can always say, hey, is this person for me? Is this person not for me? Should I be going in this direction? Should I not be going in this direction? And so he also asked, so he's saying he struggles with decision making due to, you know, conflicting ideas and stuff like that. And so I want you to, when you're presented with a decision, I want you to just sit there and just relax, and you can ask your higher self for guidance and advice, and just say, listen, you know, how do I feel when I think about option number 1? Okay. And how do I feel when I think about option number 2? And sit with option number 1 for a few seconds, and notice how your body feels. Okay. Notice how your body feels. Do you feel good? Do you feel drawn towards it? Does it feel like a magnetic pull, or does it feel like a push? Do you feel anxious, and not the good kind of anxious, like the worried anxious, the feeling bad, the drop of your stomach anxious? And then maybe you go to option number B or number 2, and you're just like, you know what, this one feels a little bit better. This one feels a little bit more like myself. This one, you know, I'm feeling a little bit of more of a magnetic pull towards that one. So maybe option B is going to be the better option for you. Or alternatively, you can just ask, what do I do now? What is the next step for me? You know, please present me with the next step. And you can prayer, okay? Prayer, you can use prayer for anything. You don't have to just talk to God or whatever. You can talk to your subconscious, you can talk to your higher self, you can talk to anybody in spirit, all right? And you can just ask the universe, listen, universe, God, whatever you believe in, please show me the next sign. Please show me the sign for the next step. And it's never too late to ask for advice, to ask for guidance, to ask, you know, for something like that, right? And so sometimes we feel fear, and you feel hesitant towards making the wrong decision. And I want to tell you that sometimes we're meant to make the wrong decision. We are meant to make the wrong decision because it's a learning opportunity. It shows you, you know, maybe what your intuition was trying to tell you. It shows you things about yourself. It shows you things about other things. And so sometimes where we are and sometimes our path just happens. All right. Maybe we didn't make any mistakes. Maybe we did choose all of the right options, but maybe we were meant to be where we were at so that we can find something, or we can do something, or we can learn something about ourselves, right? And we can get out of that. But it's never too late to start making the right decisions by asking, what is the right decision? And maybe you did make the right decision, and you just have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with not knowing if that was the right or wrong decision. And sometimes we make decisions that are the right decision, and you think that you made the wrong decision, and you're looking at the wrong decision thinking, damn, I wish I made that decision. And everyone in like, you know, the high priestess, where she can see everything, right? She's looking at you. She goes, no, you're crazy. That decision would have been so much worse because of this, this, and this. But we can't see this, this, and this, right? The high priestess can see that shit. We can't see that shit. And so the high priestess is like, no, listen, honey, you made the right decision, right? She would say that. She'd be kind. She'd be like, listen, you're doing okay, right? You know, I feel like she's kind like that sometimes. She's very mysterious, but she's kind like that, right? And so I want you guys to understand that we don't always have all the answers, all right? You know, psychics and, you know, your intuition, who you are. None of us have all of the answers. None of us have all of the right answers, all right? We only have what we have, and we sometimes make the best decision with the information that is presented to us and the information that's available to us. And you may have well made all of the right decisions, but you just have to be comfortable with understanding that sometimes you're going to make the wrong decision, and sometimes you are going to make the right decision, and it's going to feel like the wrong decision. And that's okay too, all right? Because life is just sometimes a series of events, and sometimes the misfortunes can lead up to something amazing, something truly remarkable, and show us so much about our learning opportunities and everything that you maybe never would have thought about, right? And so I do believe that tower moments are like divine orchestration. So I think I got this from some other video, but let me show you. So here's the diagram, right? So this is the path of what we should be taking. So okay, here, right? And what happens is, you know, this is our divine path, all right? This is the path that feels the best for us. It's the path that's the most fun for us, or maybe we feel the most content with. And because we're humans, because we have free will, sometimes we just dilly-dally and we go off the path, but we're always progressing upwards, right? We're always going towards the things that are going to benefit us. We're always going eventually get back onto the right path, all right? And so if you guys can see this, like sometimes the path is fucking crazy and windy and random, but it's still okay to be like that, right? It's still okay to have a path that is maybe not the most optimal, but we're human and we're allowed to have adventures. We're allowed to make memories. We're allowed to be a little crazy, to understand that we do have free will to do whatever it is that we want to do. And sometimes we need a little moment of clarity, which is what I call a tower moment. And with divine orchestration, your higher self is kind of like, listen, you've been so lost for so long. You've been so crazy for so long. Let me strike you down with some lightning and make something crazy happen in your life that will help you get back onto the right path, help you get a little bit closer to the goals that you want to achieve, to the lessons that you want to learn in this lifetime, to the things that you want to do in this lifetime. And so sometimes we need those moments, and sometimes we're so stuck in our ways that we need something to just shock us to our core so that we can make those changes, we can do those things, because we're humans and humans are creatures of change. We adapt to change so well. My light just fell off, which is so weird. That's never happened before. But yeah, so yeah, I guess that's definitely a sign, all right? And don't be scared to ask for signs, all right? Don't be scared to ask for signs. If you are wondering if a person is right for you, notice how you feel around this person, all right? Does this person make you feel confident in yourself? Do they make you second guess yourself? Do they make you feel like shit? Or do they make you feel good? Do they make you feel happy? You know, sometimes we're meant to meet a lot of people in our lives and just to show us what it is that we want or that we don't want, and show us things about ourselves. And, you know, people act as mirrors to us, right? And so they mirror the qualities that are reflecting back to you. And so sometimes we need to see those qualities in ourselves and understand, oh, okay, maybe I don't like that so much about myself, or maybe I do really like that about myself, and maybe I didn't notice that before. So now that I notice it, I'm glad that I'm like that. I'm glad that I can, you know, be confident in myself, right? And so I believe there are many different people for us, and I believe that we're meant to meet many different people here. And, you know, you can have a love connection with somebody and, you know, not get married to them, right? You can have a truly remarkable connection with somebody. I believe you can have an amazing connection with somebody. You can be, you know, soulmates and divine counterparts, and maybe you only met for 1 week, all right? Maybe you only met for a day or a night or something like that, and maybe you will never see that person again, and that's okay. That's okay. You'll be reunited one day, all right? And when when you finally do transition to spirit after this life, you can see all of that. You can see it from a different perspective, a higher perspective, and you can see maybe the mistakes that you made or where you went wrong and how you affected the people in your life, you know, for good and for bad. And it's called a little bit of a life review, all right? You go through a life review and you see that everything that you did, and you see how it affected you, you see how it affected everybody else. And so that's why I want you guys to act with honesty and integrity, even if it feels bad, even if it's a hard decision to tell the truth, even if it feels like shit. I want you guys to do it anyways, because it is what it is, right? You know, don't give your hand away all the time, all right? Keep a poker face on. But when it comes down to the ringer, if you did something wrong and you have to admit it, you know, if you're being interrogated by the police and you were actually being a horrible person, maybe you should fess up a little bit, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. It's your decision. You have the free will to do whatever it is that you want to do. Trust your intuition, right? But I just want you guys to know that you do have free will to do whatever it is that you want to do. You can, but I believe when you are aligned with the path that you're meant to be on, life just feels better. You feel like you're achieving more. You feel like you're doing more. You feel like you're on the right path is what I can say. Because when you're on the right path, you know, sometimes it feels like you're not on the right path. And sometimes you need a little bit of a mirror to show you that you are on the right path. And don't be afraid to ask for a sign to know that you are on the right path. All right. So that is what I got for you. Thank you so much for your comment. I did read all of it, by the way. And I responded to your other comment on my other video. So I really appreciate you being here. You know, thank you so much for watching my videos, you guys. I really appreciate all of the comments that you guys write to me. I appreciate all of the likes that you guys give me, all the love, even just a view, you guys. Thank you so much. You know, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this journey with me. I truly I'm so happy that all of you are here, and you know, I love hearing that I do make a difference in maybe some of the ways that you think, or maybe I don't know, but I appreciate it. Whatever it is, I truly appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I'm gonna give you a big kiss. So you guys, thank you so much. Comment down below if you want to see anything in specific. I also did a questionnaire on my channel, so you can comment there. That's where Killer Be Killed wrote his recommendation. So feel free to do that if you want to see anything in particular. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Please like this video if you like this video, and you guys, I will see you tomorrow because I make daily videos. So if you haven't already and you watched this far, you might as well subscribe.